Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe. I am your host, Jordy, and today I'm joined with
John. How's it going, everybody?
Oh yeah, I hope you guys are having a good one. We're getting this Bingo Palooza Tuesday started off right. I hope you guys are tuning in with this Cup of Joe, hopefully having a Cup of Joe as well. But we are going to be coming at you live all day long on PilotTV's Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as Twitch. Both of our channel names are MegaSota.
That's right, and recently, you guys might well know by now because we've been playing it like this for a while, but we changed up the minor jackpot on the $1 jackpot hunter cards, and it starts off at 52 balls or less to win. Then once it reaches $100, it gets to 56 balls. Then once it reaches 200, it gets to 60 balls, and then finally, once it gets to over $300, it gets to 64 balls or less.
Oh yeah, but that ball count will cap off, but that money will continue to grow. But I'm pretty sure it goes out very quickly as soon as it hits that 64 ball count. So definitely come out to play. We've been giving out so many jackpots each and every happy hour. But we have brand new locations getting those Pilot TVs, and so we're super excited about it. We have so many more locations on the way as well. But just last week, we got them in Elks Lodge, Red Wing, Main Street Bar, Hopkins, the Blacktop Bar and Grill, Dar's Pub, Corner Bar in Goodhue, Ambience on Albion, Old 16, and Shenanigans Cheer and Chow.
Awesome. A lot of awesome locations.
Oh, yeah.
Some cool Pilot TVs. But, you know, we have some jackpots that you might want to watch out for on those shiny Pilot TVs. Starting off with the Vikings Bingo 25-cent cards. We have that jackpot capping off at $5,524 heading into today. You can always get it at 52 balls or less.
Why don't you guys give it out today? We've been trying to let Will give that out for the past 3 days, and it hasn't happened. And so I just think that with the irony of it all, it's probably going to go out today.
Oh, 100%. I can totally see that happening. But, of course, we have some more jackpots to watch in the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent cards. That minor, it's you know, it's always going out. It clicks up every $50.
That's right.
And so it starts off at 52 balls or less to win. Then once it gets to 50, 56, and once it gets to 100, 60, and so on.
Yeah, that's right. And so even though it's starting out the day at a clean slate, it's already at that 52 ball count, which means it immediately goes on to our jackpot watch list, which is super crazy because within the first game or two, that's going to be clicking up in balls as well. So definitely come out to play. But the Jackpot Hunter $1 minor has been clicking up also, and it's sitting at $206 to start off the day, which means it's already at 60 ball count for you guys, which is right primed and ready to start going out.
Oh, 100%. But speaking of jackpots, we gave one out yesterday on a fine Monday. It was T-Wizzle over at Harry's Bar, and T-Wizzle ended up winning $7,232.
Yeah, they ended up taking home that jackpot in Jackpot Hunter $1 edition. They took home that major, which was super exciting to see.
Awesome stuff. But we do have some nice winter weather to head into, and this is taking place in Brooklyn Park, I think it was. So, yep, capping off today, it's 39 degrees with cloudy skies early on, followed by some partial clearing. And the high is 39 degrees. Winds are going to be blowing west to northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely going to be a little bit breezy, but the wind should calm down as the day progresses. It is looking to cool off a bit to low of 28, so make sure you guys are staying warm, but it's not looking like you'll have any extreme weather today.
Oh yeah, no, not looking like it. Pretty temperate winter weather. But we got some stuff to look at, you know, to begin our bingo day with. And it's the Vikings Bingo 25-cent cards. We talked about that jackpot just a couple seconds ago, but we played 10 games from 12 to 1 p.m. Or not 12, 10 games, from 12 to 1 p.m. And then we have that jackpot at $5,524 and 52 balls or less.
Oh yeah, and that's how you guys will be earning points towards the Twiking zone, which has been absolutely crazy with players jumping all around the board. Our top 5 is pretty solidified, but our top 6, they have just been jumping all over the place.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we got breaking up with that tie. Fat Cutta actually dropping down a little bit from 7th to 9th, you know, in danger of falling out of the standings. We'll have to see how they do, how they respond to that. But it looks like the top 5 is pretty solidified other than Bryzo. He was able to climb into the top 5 with a tie in 4th place with Simbob.
Yeah, that's really big, and they could definitely pass up Simbob easily. But I know Simbob has been coming out to play pretty regularly, so it's going to have to see what can happen there.
100%, but Scrub Eye still has a pretty good lead in first place with 11,000 points. It's a pretty good cushion.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I'm super excited to see when these players get into the 100,000 point club because we officially have our first location there.
Oh wow, interesting stuff. It looks like VFW Spring Lake Park was able to get there before anybody could even get to the 50,000 point mark.
I know.
Which is pretty insane stuff. Definitely, it's been a team effort for everybody at VFW Spring Lake Park.
Oh, that is for sure. They've had some super heavy play there, but we still have the rest of our top 10 still standing pretty solidified. Corky's in second, American Legion Fridley in third, Atomic Star Tavern in fourth, our place on third and fifth, and so on and so forth with some of our big time locations going back.
Yeah, 100%, all looking pretty good going into this season. But of course, bingo isn't the only thing we play here at Pilot Games. We got our e-tabs, going on too. Right now, we're listening to Persian Dreams, a little exotic for you guys. It's a lot of fun.
I love it, and it has like an evil eye ring on there that is so cute. I would love it.
100%.
Looks a little cursed though.
Yeah, a little cursed maybe, but definitely check it out. Persian Dreams, it's a lot of fun. If you don't feel like checking out this one in particular, we have over 50 different charitable e-tag games you guys can look at. So definitely play any of them any time to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, and awesome bonus and free play rounds on top.
Oh yeah, there's 85% payout in these games, and with over 50 different ones with such a wide variety of themes, there's definitely something for you guys to check out. And with those new extreme lounges that are getting introduced on various games, it's an even bigger risk for an even bigger reward. So definitely go check them out.
Oh yeah, no, it's some awesome stuff going on in the e-tab world. But we do have the Jackpot 125-cent cards from 1 to 4 p.m. after the Vikings bingo, and in that we actually gave out that mega jackpot recently. Some awesome stuff. So it has reset to $25,000, and you can get it in 43 balls or less. That major prize is at $992 and 48 balls or less, and that minor is starting off at 0. But you can still get it in 52 balls or less, and it climbs up pretty fast. So definitely be on the watch for that.
Yeah, I think it'll be at $50 within the first or second game alone, especially if there's a lot of play going on. That it will increase quickly.
Oh, 100%.
But right after that, we jump right into a game of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 o'clock that you definitely don't want to miss out on. If you hit that in 4 lucky numbers, you'll be taking home $53,554.
Ooh, some awesome stuff there. And then that starts off our Jackpot $101 card stream from 4 to 6 p.m. And in that, we got the mega at $100,000 and 43 balls or less. We got that major at $165 and 48 balls or less. And we got that minor at $206 and 60 balls or less. So starting off pretty hot.
Looking good. Yeah, I think that minor will be going out very, very soon. So definitely come out to play tonight. And while you guys are playing, that's how you guys are earning those points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings that have been going crazy as well.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty crazy because we got 2 new people adding into that 8th place tie. It's Tanker and Keith, both newcomers on the standings, and they added on to that tie, making it a 5-way tie in 8th place.
Crazy, yeah. They tied it up with Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion, Post Patriot 22 at Muddy Coon Rapids, as well as Win Please over at Duff's Tavern on Main. All now sitting with 9,000 points.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. But we got 2 people on the opposite side of the spectrum, both in the 25,000 point club already, with Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue and Not Lucky also over at Corner Bar Goodhue.
I know, they've been going neck and neck. They kept switching around, but Not Lucky has held on for over 48 hours now, so that is super big, and so we're going to have to see if Bobo's going to come out and get some big wins. But I'm also looking at 3rd place player Kev over at Deer Standa with 21,000. They are super close to getting to that 25,000 point club. Yeah. I think that they can do it in the next couple days.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that happening. So, a little challenge for Kev, try and get it in before the week is over. I can see it happening. But of course, we do have the location standings to look at too. And we have a newcomer on that one getting into a tie in 10th place. And it's Titan Sports Saloon, a pretty familiar face in Pilot Game standings. But of course, let's see, other than that, we got falling into last place with Titan Sports Saloon. It's the Beach Club Bar and Grill in Lakeland. The Deer Stand was able to kind of edge them out and get into 9th place on their own.
Yeah.
Other than that, we got Sunshine Depot also falling out of the tie. Or actually, no, yeah, Country Lounge is jumping out of the tie into
No, they were in a tie in 6th with Mainline
Yes,
Barn
yes.
Grill, but they were pushed back into yet another tie with Sundance Depot.
Jeez, yeah, no, there's just so many ties in these standings. Definitely some crazy stuff. But we do have a bunch of people in the 25,000 point club for the locations. Starting with Concordia Lanes in New Ulm, Duff's Tavern on Main and Vermilion, Sundance Golf and Banquet Bowl, and that's where the 25,000 point club ends. But then we have the 50,000 point club already at this point in the season, and it's Corner Bar in Goodhue with 65,000 points.
I know, and I'm also looking at 5th place because, again, Shajank Boom Lounge is just outside that 25,000 point club. They're at 24,000 points right now. They just need one more win. So if someone goes over there tonight and plays a little bit of Jackpot Hunter, they could be getting up in the next point club.
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely see that happening. But, you know, so right after all those games of Jackpot Hunter replay from 4 to 6, we got that one game of Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m. and you get another chance at that jackpot worth over 53 grand.
I know, you definitely want to come out to play. We've been trying to give this out for over a season and a half now. So someone's just not lucky enough. You guys just don't want it enough, obviously.
100%. Somebody just with the bingo skills is going to have to come out and, show you
if you
what's
think
what.
you got that magic touch, come out to play, and hopefully you guys will pocket 53K tonight at 6 o'clock.
100%. But right after that, we got some more games of bingo. It's the Skull Bingo $1 cards, and we play it from 6 to 10 p.m. But since it's a Tuesday, there is a little interruption. But we'll get into that in a second, because starting off the prizes for Skull Bingo, we got the coverall with $29,749 and 50 balls or less. Then we got the large frame and 43 balls or less, you can win $9,750. And then on the line prize and 10 balls or less, you can win $205. So some pretty good prizes on the Skull Bingo.
Oh yeah, they're a ton of fun, and that line prize goes out pretty much every single day. But tonight, you guys will get a chance at playing it for that first hour, and then right at 6:40, MegaSota game night kicks off. Nikki and Tony will be taking over. You guys will get thrown into a bunch of fun tournament-style games, and you'll get a chance at that $18,366 jackpot in that Jackpot Jungle coverall that'll end off your night with that 54-ball coverall.
Oh, 100%. But tomorrow we have yet another PGL night because it's Wild Wednesday, and we're playing it from 7 to 9 like we do every Wednesday. And of course, we have our own Jackpot Jungle finale on there as well, because on that coverall you can get in 52 balls or less, $8,672 before anybody gets enrolled.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Ian and I will be coming at you live to give out some money and some jackpots and some awesome PGL points. But the only way to earn those PGL points is signing up at PGL.World today to become a member of the Pilot Gambling League. Because once you're signed up at PGL.World, you'll have access to insider information like a monthly newsletter, as well as a lot of great other information. So definitely sign up at PGL.World today.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you can do it just like these people did, because we got a lot of new PGL members to sprinkle some beginner's luck over.
Oh, a ton.
And there it is. It's Papa Bears, Elf, Fro, Petruax, 1. We got Slacker, we got Moist, KRSJSN, 111. Lisa S, we got Big Pimpin', we got Mule 23, we got Blow It All, and we got Bergie 52.
Oh yeah. Did you know that KRSJSN, Ian actually pronounced it as Christian?
Christian? I could see that. Or
Doesn't
maybe
it work?
Chris Jason.
Yeah, that works.
Maybe it's a
I
want to
know what it's supposed to be for. I like it a lot.
Yeah, 100%. No, that was
Confuses me, but I like it.
I could see it, having some sort of hidden meaning.
Yes.
100%.
Some subliminal message
Exactly,
they're trying to tell us.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. But we do have some PGL standings to take a look at, because we have a PGL night this very night, because it's MegaSota game night. But so we actually got a new player in this, a couple new players in the standings that are still familiar faces though in PGL. Starting off with Lou Bear getting into 7th place from outside of the standings over at VFW St. James, and now they have 146,000 points.
Yeah, they jumped right in, but that's not even our biggest riser from outside the standings. All the way into 4th place from unranked, it was Wet Santa over at Max's on Main, now sitting with 174,550 PGL points.
Wow, that's some pretty crazy stuff. And then we got like a couple other people kind of flip-flopping around. We got Kick Your Arizona fallen from second place to third place, with RCD claiming that spot in second.
Yeah, RCD trying to come up on the back end of Bam Bam, trying to steal that first place spot. So we're going to have to see what happens and who gets the most plays tonight.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But these location standings are looking pretty crazy, too, because we got a couple swip swaps happening.
Oh, yes.
So actually fallen a little bit out of the top 5, still in the top 5. It's Sheps on 6th. They were in 4th place, got bumped up to 5th. Taking their spot in 4th place is LJ's over at Miltona. Then we got Beck's Pub and Becker falling from 2nd place to 3rd place.
Yeah, our whole top 3 did a switcheroo.
Oh, it's crazy stuff because now in 2nd place, it's not who you think it is. It's American Legion Cleveland, who were formerly in 1st place. Now taking that 1st place crown, it's VFW Austin, all the way from 3rd place.
I know, it's super exciting to see. VFW Austin's got a lot of play going on, so we'll have to see if big players like Sarah Money or other players like that, I know Forget UD plays there sometimes as well, so we're going to have to see what kind of play they get and how that affects these standings.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Do you have a specific location or player you're looking out for today?
I think I'm going to be looking out for... I think I'm going to look out for Kick Your Arizona. I don't think he's taken too kindly to being kicked out of the top 2. He wants that 1st place spot. So I think we can definitely see some more play from Kick Your Arizona.
All right, I'm taking a look at Wet Santa because, you know, the holidays are over and now St. Nick's got a lot of time on his hands. So why not try his hand at winning some cash? I mean, who deserves it more than Santa?
Oh, yeah, no, I 100% agree.
You might need to give him a towel or something, though. I don't know why it's wet.
Yeah, no, maybe it has something to do with the new PGL player we got moist. I don't know.
Nah. He's coming for him.
Yeah, 100% could see that happening. But for locations, I think I like to have I think I'm gonna have my eye on Atomic Star Tavern just because I've always really liked that name, and now I see him in the top 10.
Oh, yeah. And I think I will keep my eye on LJ's in Miltona. I think that it could either go both ways. Either there's going to be a lot of play there and they're going to jump really high, or there's not going to be any play and they're going to get kicked out.
Okay, I could definitely see that happening.
Yes.
I could definitely see them rising though, just because they're kind of inching their way further into the top 5.
I think so as well. I think American Legion Cleveland might have had a hot week last week, but that's not typically a location we see a lot of play at. And so I'm thinking that they might get pushed back. Beck's Pub will come up, and so will LJ's.
Okay, I could totally see that happening, so we'll have to wait and see how this week unfolds. But of course, if you want to see how this week unfolds, definitely give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games and you will see our logo. That way you can see those weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders. You can know when to get those big jackpots, player pictures, and a lot more than that too. And you can also click the website link on our Facebook to see our link tree. There's links to bar locations, our other social medias, and a lot more than that too.
Oh yeah, you guys can see all of our other socials to interact with, all the bar locations to go play Pilot. It's really the hub of our information, as well as a lot of fun segments that Amelia puts on there. So you guys get to see all of the different players playing out there as well. So make sure you guys are sending all of your player pictures there as well. That is probably the prime place to send them.
Oh yeah, 100%. But we have come to probably the most important part of every broadcast we have. It is the charity spotlight, and this week we are spotlighting the Mankato Area Youth Baseball Association. And the Mankato Area Youth Baseball Association, or also MAYBA, hopes that hopes that summer baseball will be a positive experience for all. MABA is responsible for the organization and implementation of the summer youth baseball programs in the Mankato and North Mankato area. And there is a location that you can go to support this awesome charity, and it's Roadhouse 169. It's located right off of Highway 169. They are a great stop for travelers to stop in and grab a bite to eat. They also welcome bikers to stop and stretch their legs on their large deck. Great food for great prices, and they have plenty of TVs to watch your favorite team during any sporting event.
That sounds perfect to me, so definitely go out to Roadhouse 169 to showcase some support for this amazing charity. I know youth sports are a big part of like the children's development. I feel just youth groups in general can really help and aid a child's development, especially with social cues and taking adult leadership like responsibilities and stuff like that. So I think that's super fun, and so definitely go out to Roadhouse 169 to show some support. But we're gonna run through the schedule one last time for the day to let you know what's on the line.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, right after this, just 10 minutes after we get off air, we jump right into an hour of Vikings bingo, 25-cent cards, $5,500 on the line there. But right after, we have Jackpot Hunter 25-cent cards from 1 to 4. We got that mega, major, and minor all looking great. You definitely want to be there for. But the Lucky 4 bingo is probably the star of the show for me. $53,500. You need to be trying to get that cash.
Oh yeah, and then right after that, we have the Jackpot Hunter $1 card from 4 to 6 p.m. Got a lot of nice prizes in there. The major is at 165 and 48 balls. The minor is at over $200 starting
Looks
off the
great.
broadcast at 60 balls. Then we have that one chance at Lucky for bingo at 6 p.m. with another additional chance. Then we got Skull Bingo from 6 to 6:40, and then after MegaSota game night's done as well. Got that coverall of over 29 grand, large frame over 9 grand, line prize over $200 already too.
Oh, yeah.
And then of course MegaSota game night is tonight, 6:40 every Tuesday. So you can get another chance at that over 18 grand jackpot, jungle jackpot.
Oh yeah, we got jackpots lined up throughout the entire day, so make sure you guys are out playing. But guys, remember, when you are playing Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we are getting enrolled into some Vikings bingo. We are in the Cup of Joe with Jordy studio, and so we're gonna have to get beamed up real quick.
Ooh.
And here we go. Me and John are matching because we support Minnesota Cherries, like our shirts say. But we have 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. We are streaming live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota, so make sure you guys are checking in on all of those streams.
That's right, but we got a little bit of stuff to talk about Jackpot Hunter, the $1 card. Because the miner has changed recently. You guys have probably played it already. But instead, it now starts at 52 balls or less. Then once it gets to $100, it gets to 56 balls or less. And then once it gets to $200, it gets to 60 balls or less, and so on. So definitely a lot of nice prizes.
I think today is pretty primed and ready for you and Will to be able to give out some jackpots later today before a MegaSota game night.
That's right. It's at like $205, I think, to start at 60 balls or less. So definitely a pretty nice prize to start out with.
Super doable. Not as good as the way me and Jordy started off yesterday, as we started off at 64 balls or less on it, just because of how lucky we ended up with it just being over $300 on the first game. So it was a lot of fun, but you guys seem to be prepped and ready as well. But we got a line prize.
That's right. It's Oki over at VFW Blaine taking away that line prize. Nice job, Oki.
Well, we talked about Pilot TVs, and the new locations that just got some Pilot TVs are Elks Lodge Red Wing, Main Street Bar Hopkins, the Blacktop Bar and Grill, Dar's Pub, Corner Bar Goodhue, Ambience on Albion, Old 16, and Shenanigans Cheer and Chow.
Awesome. Nice. Getting a lot of shiny new Pilot TVs. And you might have seen this awesome jackpot go out yesterday on one of those shiny new Pilot TVs. It made us 9 for the rolling week and 31 for season 11. It was T Wizzle over at Harry's Bar winning $7,232.
Yeah, and one of the craziest jackpots I've seen in Jackpot Hunter so far, and he won it in 48 balls.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he took home the minor and the major in 48 balls. Like it was, you never see it get hit in 48 balls. Yeah. And T Wizzle came out of nowhere, did it. It was at 49 balls or less for the major, and so I wasn't expecting to go out. I was like, it could go out, but the likelihood very low. Yeah. And so then I was just only looking at the minor jackpot that I think had just went out like 2 games prior, and we gave out both of them right in that game in 48 balls or less. It was hilarious and a lot of fun.
That was some awesome stuff, but we do got Juicy on that large M over at American Legion Fridley. Nice job, Juicy.
Juicy, as Big John would say. But give us a like and follow on our Facebook page if you guys want to know everything Pilot Games. All you gotta do is search up Pilot Games, see our logo, click on that. You'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player picks, and so much more.
Oh yeah, that's right. And you can also click the website link on our Facebook to see our link tree as links to bar locations, our other social medias like Twitter and Instagram, and a lot more than that too.
Oh yeah, do you got any jackpots that you're watching out for today?
Ooh, I mean, the one that we got right here on Vikings Bingo is looking really, really good, but we do have Oki over at VFW Blaine taking away that coverall.
Hey, Oki doing really good stuff, getting the double win in game number 1 of Vikings Bingo.
100%, but the jackpot we got right here is looking pretty good. It's at $5,524 and 52 balls or less. Yeah. Other than that, the coverall on the Skull Bingo is looking really good.
Oh yeah, $29,749 is a massive amount of money, but isn't even close to the amount of money that we have in Lucky 4 Bingo.
No, it's over 53 grand.
Yeah,
it's an insane jackpot.
2 shots at it to sandwich our happy hours, which are a lot of fun. 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Between that, you got some Jackpot Hunter action, which actually, that may have my second favorite jackpot out of all of them, and that's that minor that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, no, because it's primed and ready to go out right off the bat. It's at 60 balls or less, and 200. It's in 60 balls or less. It's $206.
Yeah, and I mean, I just talked about a jackpot going out in 48 balls or less in that one. That's 12 balls before that one has to go out, and so I mean, really, really crazy stuff for that minor. Should be going out in the first few games of that happy hour.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because we do have that happy hour tonight. It's not happy hour. It's MegaSota game night. Our PTL night, and it starts at 6:40 like it does every Tuesday. And on that Jackpot Jungle finale on the coverall, ball in 54 balls or less, you can win $18,366 before anybody gets enrolled.
Yeah, and whatever you guys prep and get ready during that happy hour and you leave off, they're going to have one more shot at it on MegaSota game night. So let's say you're jackpot hunter, you and Will, you build it up to 60 balls or less, and you just barely miss it on the final game. Well, that means you're going to have another shot at 60 ball or less minor in MegaSota game night. And so that jackpot hunter in that game is super fun as well. The Muscos get really big in that MegaSota game 100%. Night. And so it's a lot of fun. We also have a lot of fun on Wild Wednesday. It runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. We end the Jackpot Jungle coverall with a 25-cent jackpot jungle that you could win $8,672 if you win it in 52 balls or less.
Okay, so definitely some nice chances on that Wild Wednesday too, and they got a lot of us awesome other games as well.
Yeah, they do.
They give out a lot of cash and PGL prizes too, so definitely check that out. But moving on from our PGL nights, we got some national days to get into, and it's starting off with a pretty cool one, near and dear to our hearts.
Yes, near and dear, since we are based here, and that is National Michigan Day. On January 18th, National Michigan Day recognizes the Great Lakes state. Surrounded by 4 of the 5 Great Lakes, Michigan has more shoreline than any of the continuous 48 states of the 50 states. Only Alaska has more.
Wow, that's pretty crazy stuff. Honestly, I know it is debatable, isn't it, that like Minnesota might technically have more because of all the small lakes it has?
Yes, because I don't know if that necessarily counts as shoreline.
Yeah,
I think that's why they use the word shoreline and not like bordering water or like waterways or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what it. There's an insane amount that
because they're just peppered with lakes, so I don't think it's not big enough to count as like a shoreline to be measured.
Well, I know it's more shoreline than California, but it looks like they have more shoreline than California as well. Michigan does, and so I didn't even.
Not only do they have those Great Lakes, but we got a pretty good amount of lakes within the state as well.
Oh yeah, we're very peppered with lakes as well. Not like Minnesota, but
they definitely got us beat.
Quite a few lakes as well in Michigan. Definitely a great state to hang out in. I think it's a great vacation state for the summertime.
Oh, I totally agree. The ice and snow in the wintertime is a little bit much, but of course.
Well, there's better places to go in the wintertime.
Yes.
Like if you want to do winter activities, like go to Colorado and go like skiing up in Colorado. Like that seems awesome. Don't come to Michigan and do it. Like go up to Michigan during the summertime when it's like warm and there's all that green everywhere.
Yeah, and meanwhile in December in Michigan or January in Michigan, you're just kind of scared to go outside because of black ice.
Yeah, and it's just flat. Like there's not a lot of hills or anything like that in Michigan. It's just frozen over lakes.
Pretty flat, yeah. No, but we do have Ryan over at Blasco's Embassy Bar taking away that Lion prize. Nice job, Ryan. But it is National Michigan Day, so for all you Michiganders out there, it's your day to celebrate. Go crazy.
Okay, Jordy has one. She says Northern Michigan in September is a great one. Is a great place to be at.
Okay, like September, it depends on if it's an early winter or not.
Yes, very very much so. You don't know. Sometimes it gets cool in September.
It does.
No, it usually is pretty warm, and that is definitely with all the colors changing. Jordy just said it. With all the colors changing, it's so beautiful up there.
There's a literal kind of like routes that you can go on that are just fully scenic routes that take you through like rings of trees and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we really like going to those.
Yeah, no, we're really familiar with.
We're big fans.
One scenic route,
and we're huge fans.
Yeah, we love it. We went on so many times. We just couldn't stay off of it.
We couldn't get off. I mean, we completely we went to the sand dunes with our friends, and our friends went to the sand dunes, and we just rode in the scenic trick the whole time, and then we went and hung out in the sand dunes. But they had a whole day at the sand dunes before we got out of that scenic road.
How many hours were we on there? Were we on there for like 2 hours, 3 hours?
I think it was 2 or 3 because we went around quite a few times.
We did. It was a lot of gas.
It was impressive. It was a very good view though.
It was awesome. But we do have 10 Gauge taking away that large M over at Main Street Pub, and then we got Wade over at Coach's taking away the coverall. Nice job.
Yeah, it was Dwayne Wade's birthday yesterday. Maybe spending a little bit of his cash.
Oh, nice job. Hello, Dwayne.
Yeah,
Can I call you Dwayne?
Can I call you Dwayne?
Dwayne.
Yeah, I was talking about Dwayne Wade, and he was actually, when we were on the list, I go through a giant list of birthdays whenever I make the celebrity birthday list, and there's big celebrities, and then there's very, like, little celebrities that maybe were, like, governors of states at some point, and, like, I don't put those guys on the celebrity birthday list and stuff like that, but I was very surprised when I saw Dwayne Wade as a non-highlighted person on this list that I had, and he just kind of got skipped over. It was just Dwayne Wade, basketball player, played for Miami Heat and all the places he played for. Didn't list any of his championships or anything. Then I go down a little bit, and then it goes like, then it's Jake Paul. And Jake Paul, one of the highlighted ones, big old highlighted one, is listed as YouTuber, actor, athlete.
All of his accolades.
Yes, I was like, oh my goodness, like, is really Jake Paul bigger than Dwayne Wade?
Wow,
like,
that is insane to me. Because Dwayne Wade is like a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, Dwayne Wade's
one of LeBron's like biggest teammates.
At one point was arguably the best player in the NBA. Like, I mean, was not like
in 2006 when he won that championship.
Oh yeah, with Shaq.
Yeah,
really impressive championship that I was so surprised.
Oh yeah, well no, 100%. So look, we got Jordy checking in. It said a social media filter said that Dwayne Wade could be her celebrity father. Nice.
Really? Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, yes, it did. I forgot about that. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know why Jordy got like.
Maybe she could have been a really good basketball
Didn't you get Denzel Washington as well as one? Yeah, she got Denzel Washington and Dwayne Wade as like an Instagram filter, like people who could be her, like if you mix two celebrities together, could be her dad.
That's funny. That's super funny.
I was very surprised by it. We got 1 minute and 15 seconds to get enrolled in this next one. That's
Jordy, the Uber athlete actor.
Yes, exactly. That's no wonder she was so natural on camera.
Exactly.
We got another national day, and this one's a interesting one. I don't really know much about it.
Oh yeah, it's National Peking Duck Day, and so I don't know if that's particularly like how you pronounce it, but National Peking Duck Day on January 18th recognizes the national dish of China. This dish is considered a delicacy due to its elaborate preparation and intense flavors. Since the Yuan dynasty, established by the Kublai Khan, Peking duck's roots are steeped in tradition that chefs have perfected over thousands of years. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with this dish, but it seems interesting.
It's like duck.
It looks like a rotisserie chicken, but duck version.
Yeah. No, exactly. I've never had it myself, but I've seen it at like a lot of Chinese restaurants.
I mean,
I
can always get behind some like meat with like crispy skin, like that style of stuff is just super tasty. Yeah, do they stuff it with like really good stuff as well? Is that like?
I don't think so. I think they just cook it like it's super tender meat, like kind of thing, like just like very glazed with a yummy
I wonder
sauce.
what I've never had duck, and so like I've had a few like different random foods, but like duck seems interesting to me.
I had it once in a really spicy curry, and it was really good, but the curry itself was really good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of bird meat in general, so like I feel like I would enjoy some Peking duck.
No, I agree. Honestly, I think chicken is probably my favorite meat. I'd have to say.
Chicken's your favorite meat?
Yeah, it's the most versatile. You know what I'm
talking
about?
It really is. It can go into pretty much anything. We got a line prize. It's Orion over at Blasco's Embassy Bar, taking home that $8 line prize.
Chicken is kind of like the potato of meat.
It's the potato of meat. Yes, I mean because you got
chicken fries, fried chicken, chicken nuggets.
There's just a million different ways to cook it, and it can go
chicken
with pretty much any different meal.
It's crazy. There's a lot of different ways to make chicken.
Yeah. No, you're completely right. It kind of is. That's a weird way because I think potato is way more of a different food. But yes, it is.
No, it's super funny. But of course, happy National Peking Duck Day.
What is the weirdest animal that you've ever eaten? What's the weirdest?
Frog for sure.
Frog was the weirdest?
Alligator bites I had when I lived in Florida.
Yes. Okay, I've had both of those as well.
Yeah.
They were weird in the fact that I ate them. But like in like the actual eating of them, they were not weird. Something that actually like tasted weird to me and was weird that I ate was squid. Squid is a really weird food.
I really like calamari a lot. Like when they fry it up and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
super tasty.
That stuff's super good. I don't know if I've had just like squid though.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I had it cooked at some really good restaurant that was super good, but Oh, Jordy's had a raw squid salad and said it was super good.
Interesting. Yeah, look, she's had snake. She's also had, she had rattlesnake. She had shark as well.
I've never had shark.
I've had the opportunity. I just never really I was just kind of I'm good right now.
Yeah, we got 10 gauge over at Main Street Pub taking that large Emma, $8, and we have clicked over on that coverall prize into a $13 coverall. And we need to keep on going through this national days. It's National Thesaurus Day. National Thesaurus Day on January 18th honors Peter Mark Roget, the author of Roget's Thesaurus, who was born on this day in 1779.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Peter Mark.
Good old Thesaurus.
Good old Thesaurus. That's right. But we do have a couple people winning that coverall. It's 10 gauge at Main Street Pub and Braizo at Atomic Star Tavern. Both splitting up the coverall. Nice.
Oh my gosh. I remember every time I ever wrote a paper in high school or in college, really, I just would always, whenever I reread my paper, thesauruses were always my go-to to just make myself smart. I would just then take every dumb word that I had used throughout the entire thing, go to the thesaurus, and find the smartest word possible for it, and chuck it in.
Yeah, and find the better version of it. That's pretty funny.
And so, that was how, I got, decent grades, because I'm not a very good writer. I'm just not naturally that talented at it. I can do it, but, I could get away with it a lot better if I would just go through with a thesaurus and change a bunch of my, really, dumb wording, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. English teachers love it when you just throw in random vocabulary words.
Exactly.
It's so funny.
Use words that they have to look up, and they love it.
No, exactly. And plus, when you don't use, filler words and stuff like that, just, replace the filler words with actual,
And that's all I did. That's all I did. It would be a terrible paper, but then I'd get, a B- on it and get through the class.
That's super funny stuff. So, happy National Thesaurus Days for all those of you that followed suit with Ian. But of course, we do have a pretty awesome last national day. It's National Winnie the Pooh Day, and this one's awesome. It takes place every January 18th. It commemorates author A.A. Milne's birthday in 1882. He brought the adorable honey-loving bear to life in his stories, which also featured his son, Christopher Robin. Milne's lovable Pooh Bear, as he was fondly called, is a fictional bear inspired by a black bear named Winnie. Winnie lived at the London Zoo during World War I, and the author's son, Christopher Robin, would visit the bear often and named his own teddy bear after her and a swan named Pooh.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
There's the story of Winnie the Pooh. If you didn't know it, he's named after a swan and a teddy and a bear.
Yeah, and that's super funny stuff. I know. What's it called? Oh, yeah, Eeyore. You know the character Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh? Okay, so I have a funny little anecdote about Winnie the Pooh from when I lived in Texas. And so when I lived in Austin, Texas with my family, there was this festival called Eeyore's Festival.
Okay.
And it was the first time my mom had heard of it, and she was like, "Oh, this is awesome." You know, we had been living in Austin for a few years at this point, and so she was like, "Oh, we can go to Eeyore festivals, bring all the kids, and it'll be a fun time."
Yes.
You know, and this is Austin. Weird stuff happens in Austin.
No way this is an actual Eeyore the Winnie. It may be about him at Winnie the Pooh, but no way this is based for kids.
Yeah, no, it was funny because we got there and things were fun. We got a little bit of just festival food and stuff, and we started walking around, and my mom was like, "There's no kids here." You know, and she started looking around and she was like, "Oh, why are these people chugging beer and stuff?" They're like, "Oh, there's shirtless people just running around."
Yes.
You know, and it was so funny because it took about 5 minutes until we realized oh, this is not a children's festival. This is just a place for people to just drink and party and stuff.
No, this is not.
And there's barely any Eeyore themed things there either.
That's
it was so
hilarious.
Funny. It was hilarious. And we looked at. She ended up looking it up later, and she found out it was just made by a few college students that just kind of wanted an excuse to party.
Oh, that's totally something my mom would do.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was super funny.
I have that happen all the time whenever we tell stories about each other's mothers because they're eerily similar in what they do. And so I could totally see my mom not looking up anything about the festival whatsoever.
Just heard about it.
Just going, "Oh, Eeyore Festival, it's great."
Exactly. It was so funny. I remember as a kid just seeing all this stuff. I was like, "Oh, this is not Eeyore."
Yeah, you're just you're having having a good time because you're eating festival food. You don't know what's happening out there.
It's a funnel cake, just kind of like.
You don't know that there's that man that's chugging like the juice right in front of you is chugging like hard vodka.
That's right.
And so
it's like, wow, that's a big pitcher.
Exactly. And so,
but of course, we do have a line prize going out to none other than Kirby over at American Legion Fridley. Nice job, Kirby, taking home $6.
yeah, we have a little bit of Twins news. I was able to find a little bit of Twins news as we had some fun additions to our farm system, and actually 3 top 50 international prospects getting added to our farm system. And we talked about this a little yesterday, but I wanted you to have a chance to read over it as well and see the guys we're adding.
Okay, let's take a look. It's Yasser Mercedes. He's an outfielder. He was already a big boy at 6'3", 180. That's pretty big for baseball.
Oh yeah, and especially because they're young too.
Yeah, exactly. And there's more room to grow into his large form. His best 2 traits are probably his defense and his speed. So there's a very real chance that he'll be able to stick in center field. So these are still players in high school then, I'm guessing.
No, these guys are international players.
They're international players. Oh,
yes,
okay.
International
prospects. Okay.
Yes, so they're probably playing professional, but they're probably like 18, 17.
I gotcha.
Like they're probably
just in the European leagues type of thing.
Yes, exactly. So like these guys are all international. I don't know where they've been playing, what they've been doing, but I know they're some talented guys that have been able to make it and in that top 50, and so it means they got some promising attributes.
100%, but we do have Sin Bob over at Kirky's Bar Southaven taking away that large M, and Bryzo at Atomic Star Tavern taking away the coverall with no time to waste. Nice job, Bryzo, and everybody winning on this game.
Yeah,
but we'll
game
get
number 4 of the broadcast. We're getting enrolled into the halfway game of this one, but I got another prospect to read for you. Yilber Herrera. MLB's comparison for Yilber is a young Jorge Polanco, a solid contact hitter with a smart base running skills. He is rail thin, but if he develops properly, the number 35 international prospect could be a solid middle fielder.
Okay, definitely is worth looking out for. I mean, hey, anybody that's ranked in the top 50 for international prospect, that's pretty big stuff. Like, there's a lot of international talent for baseball.
Oh yeah, these guys are some really good guys, and I always want to take a bet on the guys that are smart, super skilled, and like very talented, but are rail thin, because that's always something that I think you can fix that very easily. Get him on an MLB lifting and diet schedule. Get him ready and putting on some of that muscle, and you may see a completely different Yilber Herrera in the next few years.
No, 100%. I definitely agree. But we have one last prospect for the list to get through, so let's take a look at what this guy has.
Yeah, this guy's kind of the Mac Jones of the list.
Okay. So it's Brian Acuna. He was the younger brother of Atlanta Braves superstar Ronald Acuna Jr. So Brian Acuna may not have some truly elite tools, but he's got an excellent baseball IQ and looks like he'll have a plus bat as well, even if he doesn't have a ton of power.
Yeah, I mean, he comes from a baseball background, has been living, breathing baseball probably since his brother got into the MLB, and has that kind of guy to lean on. I mean, has a star older brother to be able to lean on and be like, hey, what's some tips? What's some tricks to the trade? And help them turn into a really good baseball player, and I think it's a great pickup.
No, I definitely agree. So definitely something to look out for as we get a little bit further into the offseason.
Yeah, he's got that high floor that you'd like to see as well. Like he's not. I don't expect him to ever. He probably will never be considered a bad baseball player. Where like the other two, they may, if they just decide not to work out, they decide to stay rail thin, could just end up being bad baseball players. Where I think Brian Acuna, he'll be in the MLB for a long time, getting moved a few places, and we'll see if he can truly work out in our system.
100%. Definitely some exciting stuff coming from overseas. But as you guys know, Pilot Games, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Twins. You can play Twins Win today wherever Pilot Games are played. So definitely, try it out. It's a fun one. They got that home run derby bonus for the bonus round. Definitely try it out. Let us know what you think. But we got a little bit of the Twiking Zone standings to get into. It's what you guys are earning points and money for right now.
Oh, yeah, and in 9th place, we got a 2-way tie between Fat Cutta over at Route 65 Pub and Grub and Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. They both have 19,000 points. With 20,000 points in 7th place, we have another 2-way tie. It's SNS at American Legion Fridley and To Go 11 at Polar Lounge. both with that 20,000 points, like I said. With 24,000 points in 6th place, we got Yo-Yo at Duff's Tavern on Main. 4th place is another two-way tie between Bryzo at Atomic Star Tavern and Sinbob at Corky's Bar South Haven, both with 27,000 points. With 30,000 points in 3rd place, we got Rodway at Broadway Pizza in Blaine. 2nd place, it's Steve over at our place on 3rd with 34,000 points. And then that number 1 player closing in on 50,000 points. It's Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 45,000 points.
Awesome. Definitely some pretty good players in those top 10s, especially Scrub Eye has a pretty nice lead in that 1st place spot.
Oh, yeah.
But for the location standings, it's looking pretty good, too. Because in 10th place, we got Route 65 Pub and Grub in East Bethel with 20,000 points.
We got a winner on this line prize. It's Trish over at the Muddy Cow Lynchfield, taking home that $5 line prize, now working on $5 large M.
Nice job, Trish. But in 9th place, we got Sunshine Depot over at Elk River with 22,000 points. In 8th place, we got VFW Blaine with 27,000 points. Now in 7th place, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 31,000 points. Corner Bar and Goodhue, one of the new locations with a new PilotTV just recently installed. So shout out to Corner Bar. But of course, in 6th place, we got Broadway Pizza in Blaine with 32,000 points. In 5th place, we got Our Place on 3rd in Faribault with 35,000 points. In 4th place, we got Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 37,000 points. In 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 42,000 points. Now in 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar over in South Haven with 46,000 points. And just running away with it so far this season in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 109,000 points.
Yeah, I mean, really making it tough for anybody else to catch up VFW Spring Lake Park. I mean, I don't know who's going to catch up to them, but I'm hoping that somebody can make a push soon because it's fun when things are competitive, and VFW Spring Lake Park is trying to make things uncompetitive right here from the start.
Exactly. It's like I'm not a big fan of fun. I only like winning.
I like domination
That's
and never losing.
Those are two of my favorite pastimes.
And so I'm just going to get points.
That's right. Let me do what I do.
I don't know why VFW Spring Lake Park is turning into Trump in my head, but like all I do is win, and I will never stop winning.
And anytime a player gets less than like 1,000 points, and then like you're fired.
We got loser over at Hog's Breath Bar and Restaurant, taking home that $5 large M if we have clicked over on that coverall jackpot to an $8 must go.
Sweet. But now, straying a little bit away from bingo until, but let's get this winner first, though.
No, let's not stray away.
It's like, hold on, we got some more bingo. It's Juicy over at American Legion Fridley taking away that coverall prize. Nice job, Juicy. But we do have a little bit of ETAP stuff to talk about. Right now, we're listening to Triple Easy Money. It's a pretty fun ETAP game. Definitely check it out. But if you don't feel like checking out Triple Easy Money, we have over 50 different charitable ETAP games you guys can try here at Pilot Games. Play any of them anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 and awesome bonus and free play rounds as well. So try them all out.
Yeah, we love those iPad games. We also love our live bingo, which tonight we're going to be playing a PGL night. It's going to be a MegaSota game night, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But if you want to be a player competing for points, you got to sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. Those players, like I said, compete for points, but they also have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. So sign up at pgl.world today.
Oh yeah, 100%. And we got some people that did exactly just that. So we're going to sprinkle a little bit of beginner's luck over them right now. And starting off with Papa Bears and Elf, Fro, Petruax 1. We got Slacker, Moist, KRS, JSN 111. We got Lisa Simpson, or Lisa S.
Yeah.
Big Pimpin' is out there. We got Mule 23. We got Blow It All, and we got Bergie 52.
Yeah, really good names. Super fun stuff. I've been trying to figure out all the names.
So Bergie is definitely just short for burger. That's what I call it. And then whenever I'm like, hey, I'm at a restaurant, I'm like, hey, can I have a hamburger, please? Or like a cheeseburger if I want cheese on it.
We're going to have to take a quick break real quick.
I was like, I'm going to have to give John a talking to for a second.
John, we cannot do that on air.
It's like, no more Bergie talk.
He told you in the meeting this morning.
I love Bergies. It's like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
My passion for Bergies just overblows.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Bergie52, for bringing this to me all the time. Well, let's talk about some other big-time players, those players that have been earning those PGL points all season long. And let's get started off in 10th place. We got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 132,000 points. Now, I could call her Sarah Honey, but yesterday she was playing under the name Sarah Mason. And so I'll just put it at that. 9th place, we got a Lulu over at American Legion Fridley with 137,000 points. I made sure to tell Mason in our meeting this morning that Sarah was playing under that name. So, Sarah, if you're listening, I did tell Mason about your name, and so he does know. In 8th place, we got B.T. Hodgman over at Boulevard Bar and Grill with 143,000 points, or as Jordy and Will like to say it, Hodgman. In 7th place, we got Lou Bear over at VFW St. James with 146,000 points. With 148,000 points in 6th place, we got Worksies over at HR Pasties. 5th place, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 162,000 points. With 174,000 points in 4th place, moving from unranked to 4th place, it's Wet Santa over at Max's on Main. 3rd place, it's Kick Your Arizona over at the Beach Club Bar and Grill with 205,000 points. With 227,000 points in 2nd place, we got RCD over at Pebble Creek Golf Course. 1st place, it's Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post with a whopping total of 247,000 points.
All right, so we do have some location standings to get right into. Starting off with 10th place, it's Stewartville Legion Post in Stewartville with 432,000 points. Now in 9th place, we got Blatchko's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 434,000 points. Now in 8th place, we got VFW Northfield with 435,000 points. Now in 7th place, before I get to it though, we do have a winner.
It's Scoop over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill, taking home that line prize of $10.
That's right. So now in 7th place, it's Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 440,000 points, but they did drop from 6th place to 7th place. So taking their place in 6th place though, it's Neeson's Gaylord with 539,000 points. Now in 5th place, dropping from 4th place, it's Sheps on 6th and Brainerd with 545,000 points. In 4th place, rising from 5th, it's LJ's Miltona with 558,000 points. Ooh. Now we're getting into the top 3 of things here, so getting pretty intense. In 3rd place, it's Beck's Pub and Becker, dropping from 2nd place with 581,000 points. Now in 2nd place, dropping from 1st place, it's American Legion Cleveland with 589,000 points. Now taking over in 1st place, it is none other than VFW Austin with 670,000 points.
All right, good job to VFW Austin, getting close to 100,000 point lead on the next location, and we'll see if they're able to separate that lead a little bit in this MegaSota game night.
That's right, but we do have Deb over at our place on 3rd, taking away $10 on that large ad. Nice job, Deb.
Yeah, and we do have a little bit of a run-up, and Deb is right in line to be able to take home this jackpot. Let's see if she can do it. In the next 3 balls dropped, see Deb still 1 ball away. Can it happen? $5,754 on the line right here.
Deb, please.
Not happening. Clicking over to a $15 Musco prize, but Deb was so close to taking it home, and we still have 4 more games to go. So keep on getting rolled, keep on pressing play so we can try and give this one out after being so close in this last game.
Oh yeah, that's right, but we do got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon taking it away. Nice job, Elsa.
Yeah, well, our Wild ended up taking a overtime loss, which I guess is if you're gonna lose, that's the one way you want to lose. Yeah. After getting a great win against I forgot who we were playing before that, but we played a really nice game. Won 7-something. Had the quickest goal scored for us like ever. It was like 4 seconds apart that we scored goals, and it was absolutely ridiculous. But then came out a few days after, and a disputed goal, a questionable hit, and a thrilling finish. And the Wild Avalanche rivalry is still going strong after 19 years. Colorado goaltender Pavel Francouz stopped 25 shots in relief in injured Darcy Kemper, and 3 more in the shootout. And the Avalanche beat Minnesota 4-3 on Monday for its 14th straight home win.
Wow.
Wild goaltender Capo Kokkonen actually had the better game of the 2 goalies and had 35 saves, making several stops to keep his team close. Kirill Kaprizov scored 2 goals, and Kevin Fiala added another for Minnesota as well, and that's how they got their 3 scores.
Wow, it's definitely some crazy stuff coming from that game, but you know, the Colorado Avalanche, they're a pretty decent team themselves.
Oh, I mean, look at, we just talked about 14 straight home wins.
Yeah,
and
no,
so
exactly.
Really very, very talented team.
Yeah, 100%. So, you know, can't feel too bad about it. We'll just have to come back next game even better than ever, which will be Friday. That is when the Wild will be playing the Blackhawks. And so the Blackhawks are 15, 18, and 6. Hopefully we can take advantage of, you know, a little bit of a beaten up team right now with a losing record and, you know, get in this next win and start off another victory.
Oh, yeah, it was against the Anaheim Ducks that they won 7-3.
Yeah.
And they had that super fast goal that ended up setting records for them. I don't know where it's at, but you guys should oh, I didn't realize this, but Kirill Kaprizov and Cam Talbot will represent the Minnesota Wild in the 2022 NHL All-Star Game.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, just announced 5 days ago.
Sweet. Yeah, so Cam Talbot's on All-Star along with Kirill. That's awesome stuff. I mean, they both deserve it.
Oh, very deserving. I mean, I think Kirill Kaprizov has had 33 points over the last, how many games it is. Maybe it might be just in the season. Give me 1 second. I have the stat really quick. In his last 17 games, he's had 33 points, which is assists and scores.
Goals, yeah.
And so he's had 33 between those, and it's just been a scoring nightmare.
That's awesome. I mean, I literally, coming into this season, I was literally saying I think Kaprizov is going to take on more of a facilitating role in the offense, and he's been doing a beautiful job of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at the greats. I mean, you go to, the number 1 hockey guy of all time, that's Wayne Gretzky,
Yes.
and you look at what he did as a scorer, but then where he really made some huge differences was his ability to facilitate the puck as well. And so I think Kirill is taking those little bit of steps to become just an offensive genius.
Exactly. No, I agree. Just, you know, being a nightmare for the defense, being able to do everything on that hockey floor is definitely a really good thing for our Minnesota Wild. But, you know, until then, we do have that game Friday against the Blackhawks at 7:30 p.m. So definitely check in for that one. Throw over the Wild some luck. As you guys know, Pilot Games have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild. You can play that E-Type game, Let's Go Wild, today at your favorite Minnesota bar.
Yeah, and it's our first game that's been going up against an under 20 win team in a while.
Yeah.
So should be a good one for us. Maybe get us back in that win column. But we got 10 Gauge and Gopher both splitting that line prize of $10.
Awesome stuff. But yeah, no, it's funny because I'll be looking at all the matchups we have, and I'm like, how do all these teams have over 20 wins?
Yes. I'm like, we are third in our division. Like, how are all these teams like third, second, first, and like they have them? They
it's so
actually
funny.
have them.
Yeah, no, we've just been matched. We've had such a terrible schedule, but we've been doing good with it.
Oh, the last I think 4 games have been super tough for us, but we've come out on top. I mean, of a couple of those games and getting some really big wins.
No, definitely proud of how the Minnesota Wild are doing right now. Probably, I'd say the best Minnesota team right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now you got the Vikings out of the playoffs. The Timberwolves look really nice.
They're promising.
They look very, very promising. If they can sneak into the playoffs with an 8th seed or 7th seed, or just through the play-in tournament, they'll be able to be a real dangerous threat.
No, I agree. In a 7-game series, I think they can definitely do some damage. But of course, we do have a little bit something straying from. It's a different kind of sport.
Fishing report, ooh, ooh, fishing report, fishing report, and it's over at the Black Duck area by Outdoors Weekly, January 14th.
Okay, there we go. So awesome stuff. Fishing report coming straight to you guys. It's the anglers are driving out now in vehicles, but the amount of snow is making it hard to get around. Black Duck is producing walleyes and panfish in about 10 to 14 feet of water. Island Lake has been producing some walleye action and some perch action in about 20 feet of water. But before we go further, we do have some winners.
Yeah, it's Hippie over at oh wait, it's a lot of players. We got Rodway, Hippie at Main Street Pub, do over at Broadway Pizza in Brooklyn Park and Broadway at Broadway Pizza in Blaine, all splitting that $10 large Emmons. We have clicked over on that coverall prize.
Awesome stuff. But of course, so we have walleye action, we got perch action in 20 feet of water, but crappies are biting on Rapido and Pamoosh Lakes in about 10 to 14 feet of water.
Okay, we got Bon Bon over at Bay Street Grill and Pub taking home that $16 coverall prize.
Awesome. Nice job, everybody, winning on that game. But that was our fishing report. Just letting you guys know there's some good bites for a lot of different kind of fish right now.
Only 3 more games left, you guys, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play and get after this jackpot. And if you're able to win this jackpot, make sure you send in a player pick. Hold that jackpot message up, give us that smiling face, and snap a photo just like this one right here. Great example for us. And snap that photo to win. You can send them in on Facebook, emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com, or posting them onto any of your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames. But it really doesn't have to be just a jackpot that you're celebrating. You could just be celebrating having a good time with your friends, with your favorite bartender. Just having fun is a reason to send in player picks.
Oh yeah, 100%. But we do have a little bit of Vikings news to get into while you guys are getting enrolled for this next game. You only got about 2 minutes left to do so. But we got some under-the-radar coaches for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, and all these guys have a somewhat tie to Minnesota and reasons on why Minnesota specifically is a good fit for them.
Okay. So starting off with the Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator, Todd Downing. With the Minnesota native calling plays, Tennessee's offense finished the 2021 regular season ranked 15th in scoring, 5th in rushing yards per game, 24th in passing yards per game, and 8th in third down conversion rate, and 5th in the red zone conversion rate as well.
Yeah, the Titans rushing offense ranked in the top 5 is even more impressive when one is reminded that the team didn't have all-pro running back Derrick Henry on the field for more than half of the season. And obviously, he's a Minnesota native.
Yep.
And would fit perfectly to be able to come to your home place and try and get some good wins. Is already a part of a really good running offense, and I think could bring a really good run style into the Minnesota Vikings.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, going from coaching with Derrick Henry to coaching with Dalvin Cook, able to kind of transition from an all-pro running back to another all-pro running back.
Yes.
That'd be a pretty easy transition for him too.
Oh, yeah. Next guy is Mike Kafka, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback coach / passing games coordinator. Kafka, a former quarterback who actually spent the 2015 preseason with Minnesota, has been Kansas City's quarterback coach since 2018. Coincidentally, 2018 is the season where Patrick Mahomes bursted onto the scene and really took the NFL by storm.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, that is definitely a good point. I mean, any part of that Kansas City Chiefs offensive any part of the offensive scheme is like, everybody wants him.
Oh, it does. And then the guy that's directly working with Patrick Mahomes and has been ever since Patrick Mahomes took over as the starter, I mean, just seems like the right guy that could really have that offensive mind.
Exactly.
Obviously, you need an interview to really break down what he's got in mind, but I think definitely a guy that I would take a second look at.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, he's coming from the same system that Eric Bieniemy is coming from.
Exactly.
So, I mean, so he has his hands in it too.
Yeah, would I rather have Eric Bieniemy? Yeah.
Yes.
But Tafka seems like a good option as well. We do have a line prize going out.
That's Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon taking away $11. Nice job, Elsa. But we do have one more prospect to look at. It's Thomas Brown.
And this is the only guy that hasn't spent actual physical time in Minnesota.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So his connection is a little different.
Okay, so Los Angeles Rams assistant head coach / running backs coach. Thomas Brown is someone who has been compared to Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. And after learning a little bit more about him, it's not difficult to understand why he's been given this comparison. The Vikings have been looking for someone like Tomlin to lead their franchise ever since he left his role as Minnesota's defensive coordinator in 2007 to become the head coach of the Steelers. If the Vikings value McKay's opinion, Brown could potentially be the guy to lead the franchise to a Super Bowl win, just like Tomlin did for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and so I mean, just he's got a great football mind, and I definitely understand the comparisons between him and Mike Tomlin. Really talented football players.
Oh yeah, 100%. So I could definitely see that happening. But of course, so out of these three, who's your favorite for these prospective coaches?
Ooh, my favorite out of all these coaches, I am going to have to go with actually Thomas Brown. I thought he's the second under Sean McVay, and that takes a lot. I mean, Sean McVay is a very controlling coach. You can tell by just the way he never gives up the play calling responsibilities. He wants to have control over the team, and for him to label you as second in command, I think is a pretty big thing. He's the assistant head coach / running backs coach. I think would fit really well with our team.
Okay, yeah, no, I could definitely see that happening too. I really like him as well. But let's see. I really like. I do like Mike Kafka a lot as well. Yeah. I think just any part of the Kansas City offense is really valuable stuff to have. Todd Downing looks good too. Just able to do what he could with that Titans offense with not a whole lot of crazy talent.
Yeah, no Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no Derrick Henry. Julio Jones and AJ Brown out for most of the season too. No real receiver to throw to, and he's still doing pretty decent.
Definitely, we got